wonder when it'll get easier to just start talking after I hit the record button. And, that's the second time I've said that. 'Cause I tried recording another video before this take right here. But I was kind of just all over the place. And I thought, rather than split my very fragile and very limited attention in as many ways as I was, I just want to focus down on the video. And I ended the last recording with an overall premise of just, building up resiliency and trying things. And I had a whole thing about being nervous about jumping into a voice call or a voice chat on like Discord, even with among friends. And you see that, you see how your friends are sitting in a voice chat and you want to join them, but you got all these reasons coursing through your head about why you shouldn't join them, why you can't join them, about how, they've been chatting for the last 3 hours and they've seen that I've been online and they think it's weird if I just pop on. Ugh, like that guy. Holy shit. I think there's some rather intense caves around here. And thinking, surely if I jump on this voice call in a server or a public server that I share with these people who I call my friends, that they're gonna look at me like I'm weird and go, "Oh, you joined us? Ooh, what a weirdo! You came into the space that we all joined so that we can talk with each other, and you want to talk with us? You're a weirdie. You're a weirdo. Ew, get out of here. You stink. You're dumb. You're stinky dumb." And I'm sure you can pick up that this is a absolutely absurd scenario that you're probably never going to encounter in real life. Like I'm all for taking a comedic approach and kind of hamming something like that up to take a silly little worry and to make it ridiculous, and to kind of get a little bit of perspective on how it might be dumb to be so worried about something if you can paint it in a certain light. And that leads back to what I was thinking of that led me into this. Starting the recording of this was, I was feeling really inspired to make all these videos and say what I have to say, put my voice out into the world. And I make the first video, and then I feel absolutely nothing afterwards. No inspiration. I made a video and I was like, all right, now what? And you might just say, make more videos. But I ran into, do I have much to say? Or what should I say? And I feel like I kind of got locked up in, the why rather than just, doing the action. And even if I don't really have anything to actually say this go around, I want to finish this video, upload it, get it out there. But I do like being able to pass some wisdom down. I'm getting old, I'm 27. I'm basically a dinosaur. And surely I have some life experiences that I can start sharing with people, and I like sharing those. But I'm kind of in a strange spot this go around of wanting to say something, not being sure what to say. So I just want to say whatever. And at least get the practice in. Get the practice in to eventually start talking gooder. And even just, sucking at something for a little bit, you end up getting good at it over time, or being at least consistent with anything. I find there's a sweet spot. Like when it comes to like exercise, I notice that I'll do a new exercise, I'll do a new lift or a new activity once. I might find it fun, but then afterwards, I might get sore, and then mind and body are very holistic. Things you feel in the mind, you also feel in the body, and also in the mind. And feeling that kind of soreness and that fatigue and being tired of the new thing, and maybe you started doing the new thing and you wanted to be good at it from the start, but you suck, and that might take the wind out of your sails. The idea of, oh, you wished you were better at it, but then you weren't so good, and that paired with whatever energy cost it took to do the activity, if it was physical or if it was a very intensive like course that you're trying to learn, it can be rough. And then even the second time you go at it, keeping with the exercise example, you might just go at it again for the second time, but now you're stiff. Your body is somewhat recovered, but your mobility is down. Or maybe you haven't fully recovered and you're trying to get in too early and you haven't given your body or your mind enough time to rest, recover, and integrate, these new adaptations that you try to introduce. And I know a lot of times quitting after the third or first or second time of trying something new, but then noticing something by the time the third attempt rolls around, if you've paced yourself properly, things seem notably easier. Because in all likelihood, you haven't taken like a month-long break between whatever the thing is you're doing. So by the time your third attempt rolls around, you actually have a frame of reference for how much you've improved since you started. And that moment is when I really find, momentum can start building again. Like you can become self-motivated after that point, because you actively see, oh, you have improved, and that takes pacing. You can't just try to deadlift 300 pounds 3 days in a row. You still need to be smart about it. And there's all these sorts of things, like you can look up and hear, study techniques and optimal ways to do it. You don't have to concern yourself with whatever you're doing. You don't have to concern yourself with the most optimal way to do something, because in all likelihood that's just going to exacerbate the first part of the problem of getting an idea in your head initially about what it is, about whatever it is you're trying to do, the level of quality it should be, and then getting discouraged when it's not. So there's a very it's a fine line, and you gotta feel it out. Finding out the pace you have to go at. But when you get that sweet spot, then you get into that third attempt, and you can see how much more you're lifting, or how much better your writing is, how much better your drawing looks, or how much easier it is to finish that line of code or figure out a problem. Like, they take time, they take consistency, and there becomes a point where if it's something you end up really, really enjoying, you can become self-motivated with it, because the act of doing it and the pleasure of it is enough to keep you going. And I think I hear a cave. And that's I'm pretty adamant, kind of for anyone, of having the ability to be self-motivated. And that's not to say you shouldn't ever, or you shouldn't never have peers or people to help you out. But the ability to be self-motivated means that at least if everything kind of falls away on you, whatever circumstance, you at least have yourself and you have some resiliency or sovereignty for yourself and your ability. And I think that's a really important thing. Certainly old manly virtues, I suppose. And I think, that's archetypally masculine action, and everybody needs it to some extent. And wow, look at that. That is a lot of diamonds. And I've mined it all by myself. Look at that. I found all of this all unto myself in a single player world with my masculine ideal, my masculine action. And yeah. I'm rambling a lot right now. I think I'll just leave that here. And just thank you for watching. I don't even know what I'll title this video, but I feel a lot better this go around than the last thing I attempted to record. So I'll leave it here. And if anyone made it this far and is listening, thank you for listening. And I hope to talk to you again.